It is yet again time to create more incomprehensible monstrosities that are from ULTRAKILL in Spore. But this time around, I'm not gonna tell you what we're making today, due to somebody in the comments saying that it would be better if I just not say at the beginning of the video, so you guys can do some guesswork in your brain, which as the content creator here, I feel a little bit stupid not having thought of that. But anyways, now we're doing it, and this time, let's actually start with the coloring first. But before we get into this video, guys, join my Discord server. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the video. This dude is mostly red. Now, based off that alone, I can imagine some of y'all have already guessed it. Yeah, based off this alone, you can clearly imagine this is some sort of tank that guts. It is a machine, and as something that is purely just metallic, I see nothing that can actually resemble any sort of like an eye that looks like a line, you know? So I can't quite give it an eye that fits here. But let's worry about the face later. The face is a problem for my future self, which is gonna be in about 3 minutes in video time. The legs are also very wide, and for the feet, I do believe this quite fits it well. That or this. Yeah, honestly, this could be better. The legs on this thing are actually quite simple, more simple than I thought. But alas, this is still Spore, and getting to put the details on it is gonna be not at all possible. I actually think this for legs is good if it's big. Hold on. Well, it's barely different, but why not? Let's keep it like this. Man, I'm already imagining in my head this is not going to be accurate at all, other than the whole thing being red. I would say the arms should be simple, because inevitably we have to go to the outfitter. This just looks like another version of Mike Wazowski, except it's just red. For the hand, I'm seeing human hand, and also the other hand is positioned as such because this whole thing is a rocket launcher. Dude, the proportions on a gutter, I mean, a red tank from ULTRAKILL are really comically thick. What do I even do for the head? Well, I already feel like we have to go to the outfitter from here, but we are facing another dilemma right now, and that is what to do about the mouth, because it's not gonna let me go without giving it a mouth. The most line-looking mouth I can find here, I guess you can say a linear, is I don't know actually. Maybe it can just be this. We kinda just rotate it inside. Yeah. Is that gonna mess up with how it walks? Yep, it is gonna do that. What if I put it here then? Okay. Yeah, this is better. Man, I should have been doing this a lot sooner, because I knew the position of the mouth is gonna mess up how the creature walks. I just never bothered with it. I thought if I just keep that in, it's gonna make it more funnier. And like, look, it's still goofy, but at least it's not gonna clip into itself when it's walking around. And screw it, we already know what this creature is, so I'm gonna name it Skinner Tank, inspired by the name Skinner Mail made by Gabriel in my comments. To the outfitter we go. First of all, let's start with the rocket launcher here, because I just can't stand looking at this hand being completely empty. Oh wait, well, we are already on the shoulder pad section. Might as well just slap this on here for now. Now we go work on the rocket launcher. I just slapped this big thing here like this. Yo, what if we covered this with something like this and copy it and also put it on the back as well? This might look terrible, but at least it's gonna have one shiny arm. Look at that. This guy looks like he got money. And also for the head, because it's got a little bit of iron bars or something, we put these on its head. This works perfectly for the Skinner tank. It's practically made for the guy. Look, that looks so stupid. What about his face? I'm seeing nothing that is still as thin as a line, unless we take this and somehow make it look like it's a line. Also, low-key, this looks so cool as a weapon. Look at that, dude. This is sick. Yo, bro, captain weapons are so cool. Wait, hold on. Let me pull up another one. What is this cube? Wait, you can do that for this thing? Why can you not do that for every single other part ever? Bro, this is stupid. This can't even be done here too. What do you mean? I want everything to be able to just float away. I don't care what part it is, man. But anyways, getting really sidetracked here. What if I just put this at the front of it because of the frontal bar, you know? I feel like this kind of works for that, but not quite. Well, do keep in mind, this is Spore.
A few moments later.
Well, you see, this could just not be gutter tank from ULTRAKILL at this point, but you know what, the front at least has pretty colors, so I'd say this is cool. And also for the stomach of it, I believe this works perfectly. Wait, I have been completely neglecting this guy's back so far. You know what, I'm just gonna use these battery packs like how I did for the gutted man because it just works. Now I know the color schemes on this guy make no sense. Blame that part on Spore's dog watercoloring mechanics, alright? Well, this looks passable enough. This is our gutter tank or Skinner tank as we call it. Because of all the armor and stuff on it, the babies are gonna actually look quite normal. For once, the baby versions are merely smaller with nothing special wrong with them at all. That's good to see. First time that ever happens. Okay, cool. This is the gutter tank. Now let's make another thing. Now that whole thing might have just taken 6 minutes in the video itself, but for me it has taken 36 minutes. This one's gonna go out to the one guy that has been waiting for this since the beginning of this series, I think. First of all, let's make it this shade of green. Might be inaccurate right now, but I'll fix it later. It's actually gonna be simple as well because it has no arms. The body is really thin, but for the feet though, I'm looking right now and it actually has the same feet as Sword Machine. And what feet did the Sword Machine have? These ones, okay. And already we are done with 50% of it. The one guy in the comments that is also role-playing as this guy on his profile is gonna be so stoked, I bet. I'm gonna need these arms to be here, but I'm gonna remove this one and copy this from over here. But then remove this one, remove that as well. Make this as small as possible. So like this. This is alright. And then do we have any purple eyes? Well, we don't. I'm gonna just take this then. Or maybe even this one. Because if it's by itself, it's gonna look goofy as hell. It's got the PTSD eyes, the 1,000-yard stare eyes. And I'll also need to copy this, but not the eye. We don't need that. I'm gonna place this right where the other arm is, and I'll stretch this to here. Maybe like this long. Is the nose... Let me do it for you. This is looking so goofy. And it's obviously gonna need a mouth, so I'm gonna put this as the mouth because it just works. This looks so bad, man. Out of everything that I have created so far, this looks like it is in the most pain. And also it needs something like an antenna, so I guess this is good. And I'll also decorate it using this shark fin here. Well, I'll say one thing, just because it looks similar structurally doesn't mean that it's good. Right. This is okay for a sentry. This is very accurate. Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking, weapon-wise, because it's gonna be ironic that if you see this guy in open world, then the only attacks that it has is gonna be melee. So that really doesn't make sense. So let's take this. I'm gonna put this here, but make it small. That way, it actually does have a ranged attack, like this. Well, it spits at the back. Well, it's gonna work in gameplay-wise, okay? Man, this guy's shadow looks so bad. I'm just gonna call it turret because that's another name for sentry, right? But also off-brand. So we're done here. Now with that creation being done, I hope the sentry in my comment section is gonna be happy finally. And a great amount of people that have also been asking for me to make a gutter tank. There you go. So if you got this far in the video, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked it, or maybe even comment or subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.